There's a moment where he takes out a pencil and just makes a note on his cuff. They're attached with, my mind just went completely blank, collar studs. There we go. Sorry, it's been a long day. One in the front, one in the back. The longer one goes in the front because you have 4 pieces of fabric. The back one is in 2. They come in all manner of things. You can get them in cloth. You can even get them in celluloid if you're really proper. These days, I don't really recommend disposing of them because they're wonderful antiques. But they do create that wonderful high, stiff look. Is that?
Yeah, I was making a shirt for my husband and made a collar that was separate so that we could button on. And I'm trying to figure out where I put the buttons. Should the buttons, I guess, should be pointing in towards his neck, but that seems kind of uncomfortable.
The way my disposable colored shirts work, the way the disposable colored shirts that are used in the British and Irish and Canadian law systems, where the barristers have to wear wing collar shirts, they are just all buttonholes, and you use brass-backed collar studs.
Nobody makes anymore.
I can show you a few places where you can get them. They're, again, another wonderful way. They present a nice gold button here. And the wonderful thing about those shirts is if you're feeling casual, it's a hot day, take off the collar and just use a stud to stud the top. It creates effectively a mandarin collar. It looks very clean and very beautiful. The disadvantage of those shirts is that you cannot open them and wear an ascot underneath them because the collar is separate and it flaps all over the place. But I will happily present, I've got a few places where you can get those.
Any more questions?
All set?
Come on. Something you're dying to know.
So amazing. Thank you.
Come on.
Again, we'll be down here if you want to ask any questions that aren't suitable for the room, or that are suitable for the room, or if you're shy or whatever. Oh, yes?
What about gloves? Like, what is the etiquette on men wearing gloves?
Men's dress gloves are gray. These days, you can get away with black as well. Black is more the leather color. But for outfits like this, you want gray gloves. 3 lines on the back, button on the wrist. Buttons also on the waist, but not for the gloves. Off indoors, on outdoors. Again, with conventions, there are weird rules. Because so many people wear hats indoors here, because the conventions are all indoors, and you follow modern, traditional hat etiquette, no one's ever going to see your top hat. But gray gloves, black gloves work, white gloves in the evening with white tie. Very stylish. It's late 19th century style. Gray dress trousers, often striped, gray gloves, black coat. It's traditional morning wedding wear these days. By the way, for men's clothing of a vintage style in new sizes, wedding stores are amazing resources. They have wing-colored shirts, they have cravats, they have waistcoats, they have frock coats, they even have frock coats that are cut back. They're wonderful. Oh, this is something else that drives me absolutely mad. Unless you are playing an early Regency dandy, a tailcoat that stops here, comes back here, and tails from here is an evening tailcoat. It is not a day tailcoat. Day tailcoats swing